Welcome everybody. Today is April 1st, 2014. Happy April Fool's Day, all you fools. And again, I have left my candle absolutely running. As that slowly dies, hey fools! It is April Fool's, and I am not joking with anyone or saying anything that's going to be an April Fool's-y joke, because frankly I hate all that stuff on the internet. So here we are. Oh, I got my turtle shirt on. We are feeling good about ourselves today, because today is the first in what I hope to be a very long series called TF2sday night. So TF2sday night, what are we going to discuss, you ask? The way we're going to do this is I'm going to first always have a topic of discussion, and after that discussion is at the ready, what we'll do is just point out, different pointers, things that I feel a beginner at TF2 should know, and we'll progressively work our way up till you are no longer a beginner. Doesn't that sound great? It's good. Anytime we do this, it'll be about half hour to 45 minutes of me just chatterboxing away, and then as soon as we're done with that, we're going straight into playing TF2, because what's the fun of it if we don't actually do it? So, first, today's topic is, isn't it about time? And before we actually go into the topic, just need to close a window here and close a window there, and perfect. I might be slightly distracted because it's the bottom of the ninth and the Texas Rangers are tied 2-2 with a man on and no outs. And for those of you who don't give a crap about baseball, I'm going to tell you I do. And this is going to be a running thing for the entirety of the baseball season. It started yesterday. It's 162 games. I love baseball. It's awesome to listen to, and I'm going to be horribly, horribly distracted. So, isn't it about time? TF2 is a very interesting game. As far as shooters go, I don't know of another game out there that quite has the class balance of TF2. When I say class balance, what I'm referring to is the fact that one class or one ability greatly counters another. There's the train. And can you guys hear the train over the mic? Just curious. Or if I say it and just there's no train. So yeah, everybody in chat, let me know. Can you hear a train when it passes? It's literally right behind our backyard. It's kind of awesome. I mean, it's kind of quiet actually for being right in our backyard. What was I saying? So there's hard counters in TF2 based upon your class, how you're playing, your style, and you have to factor these counters in. And factoring that in, there's all sorts of, what weapon am I using? The weapons, we keep them to the left, right there. That's where the weapons go. The weapons are to the left, and what am I using? What's the situation? There's a lot going into your head that you've got to try and think about if you're going to be helpful to your team. And that's important. It's Team Fortress. Quit trying to play it like Call of Duty, people, because it's not Call of Duty. And if you're playing Team Fortress like it's Call of Duty, you're going to suck. Well, maybe you'll be awesome, but your team is going to fail. And it's all your fault. So, take that, you. Why am I talking about time, though? Why is the topic, how is it about time? So, I feel Team Fortress 2 has a single currency. And despite what you may think, it's not hats. No, TF2's main currency is actually time. It's all about time. So, let's just go through a standard situation. You're playing, you die, and you have to wait, depending upon the server and what the situation is, somewhere between typically 5 to 14 seconds to respawn. That's 5 to 14 seconds. You are literally doing nothing helpful for your team. You are sitting in a view screen, waiting. Not very helpful. So let's go back to this concept of not being helpful. Time. Your whole goal, depending if you're on offense or defense, and if it goes either way, then it really gets complicated, is trying to make it so your opponents are spending less time doing productive things than your team is. It all comes down to that. That's essentially what killing someone is. You're guaranteeing that they will do nothing. Nothing out there when you're respawning. What are some other things you can do that makes it so the other team is not being able to do anything productive? For example, engineers have teleporters. If you kill a teleporter, suddenly you have increased the amount of time your enemy team has to move up. And so that's maybe an additional 3-4 seconds that you're guaranteeing every single person on that team is just moving. Which moving is, more productive than just respawning, but not by much. Next, man, my forehead is really shiny right now. And that's the next point. Third point. Let's think of another thing. Let's think of trying to make it so your team is being more productive. Let's say you're on defense. Okay, they're pushing payload, and so what is it your team should be doing? Well, your team should be stopping them from getting on the cart. Let's say I like the engineer as an example. I feel they're easy examples, and I've also played the engineer over 250 hours. Yikes. I could have played this game 10 straight days, and I still wouldn't have played as many hours as I have on engineer. Let's say you're going about ninjaneering, the art of being a sneaky engineer, and you put a teleport way in the back so that your team can get behind. And you think how awesome it is that you have this teleporter way in the back. Well, suddenly it's your teammates who are having to travel to get to the actual point. Now, don't get me wrong, getting a teleporter behind enemy lines is awesome. It's great. But if you're putting it in such a situation that everyone is spending more time traveling rather than spending more time defending the cart, you're not doing your job as an engineer. Everything should be geared towards how am I making sure that they aren't on the cart. Now, this is going to get into a whole slew of other topics. Things like trying to, deny them a certain part of an area, which is something, things like engineers, snipers, and heavies can be really good at. Another way that you can, because if you are denying them that area, like let's say you're a good sniper and there's not as many of you as you think there are. Nothing's more sad than a team with 4 snipers and 3 spies. And you laugh. But you've been on that server. It's happened. You know it. But let's say you're actually a good sniper. Let's go with the hypothetical that you are good at sniping. What are you doing that is helping time, aside from just killing people? Well, when someone knows there's a good sniper, suddenly instead of barreling around the corner, just push little cart, they have to jump out or go out and trying to get you to shoot and lose that fully charged shot. That's the whole point. And so by making them have to do that, you're slowing them down, forcing them to waste time. Isn't that wonderful? Let's say you're a good spy. And again, there's not that many out there. So stop it. If you're not good, go practice on a pub server, because, they're not good either. And that's probably where we're playing tonight. Oh, when I laugh like that, it's very unflattering. Here's my double chin, everybody. The next thing is, let's say you're a good spy. A good spy goes around, gets a backstab. Yes, they're wasted time, they're dead. But another thing a good spy can do is sat teleporters. Another thing a good spy can do is if he's getting enough backstabs that people are starting to feel a little, self-conscious of there's a spy around. Suddenly they're spy checking, having to waste time with that. Suddenly they're, every once in a while, turn around. Where is he? Where is he? That's what it looks like. This is going to look really weird on the replay for me. So yeah, you're getting them to waste time. And more importantly, let's think about this. You are turning, looking. Where aren't you looking? You're the offensive guy. You aren't looking forward. Where is the biggest threat? Every map is designed like this. Every map is designed so that for the most part, most engagements are going to be head-to-head. So you need to be paying attention at the front. A good spy gets your team distracted so that you aren't looking ahead. You're checking around. You've wasted time. And since you've got them wasted time, just a little bit, but not much. You're not sitting there trying to get kills. You're just trying to make sure that they have to respect the fact that there's a spy there. Suddenly, they're looking back and forth, and what aren't they spending their time doing? They aren't spending their time with the direct threat coming ahead. What does your team get to do instead? Your team is getting to spend more time pushing forward and preventing them from getting onto the cart. So it's all about time. This is a concept I feel most people really need to understand. And please go ahead if you have questions. This is definitely the time to be asking, as far as this time concept goes. I'm trying to think of another example, just of this idea of time. You could argue another aspect of space, just because a team wants to be sticking together, and if you're doing something that gets it so that they can't stick together, and whoa, screensaver. Thank you, screensaver. So glad you are here. The thing you got to do is, screensaver made me lose my train of thought. Gosh darn it, screensaver. What was I talking about? Come on, chat. Space. We're talking about space. But first of all, in a physical sense, time and space are the same thing. But I'm a physicist, so I think of stupid crap like that. And people wonder why I'm single. I don't know who wonders that, actually. Maybe my parents. I know why I'm single. It's because I spend my nights talking to other gamers about time and space in a video game where people look like they belong in The Incredibles but blow up and have guts fly everywhere like they belong in Mortal Kombat. It's an odd juxtaposition. The spacing is sort of, but that still goes to time, I feel, because the time... I'm sorry, I just got... I'll say, why? Why are you saying Australia? I don't... Anyway, what is this? I don't even... It's because, let's think about space. What do you want to do? You want to be together, working as a group, covering each other's flanks, covering, just making it so things can't happen. Yes! Game-winning game-winning hit! Game-winning hit! Rangers win! Yes! Distraction over. I like baseball, as I wear a Ninja Turtle shirt. So yeah, space is just another factor of time, because if you're sticking together with pyros covering the flank so that nothing is able to backstab them from behind, a sniper covering your front so that enemy snipers aren't sitting there picking off your heavies, just things like that, everyone else is spending more time when they're stuck together doing the goal. It's all about the goal. That's the nice thing about Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 is all about the goal. Whatever the goal is, that's what you should be focused on. And you should always ask yourself, is what I'm doing assisting with the goal? Because if it is, good, perfect. You are doing your job. If you don't understand what it is you're accomplishing, how it helps the goal, whether that be defending a point, pushing the cart, if you don't understand how that assists with that, then maybe you should consider playing a different class that helps you get to that goal better. This is the main problem. We made the joke about the the team of 4 snipers, 3 spies. What is the purpose of the sniper class? Purpose of the sniper class is 1, area denial. A sniper has an area he's covering with his gun that can one-shot kill any class from full distance. So that's the first goal. The second goal is high priority target removal. Things like heavies, medics, and depending how you're playing it, maybe a soldier or or demo, depending upon the situation. Long distance killing engineers is a ton of fun, but that's their goal. Notice how the sniper's goal is not getting and pushing a cart. It's not getting in front of a point and defending it. It's all about those area denials. So what a sniper tends to do is secondary to the actual point. So when you get a ton of snipers, suddenly you have a bunch of people who's playing a class that does not focus on the task, and thus you lose because they're not doing what it takes to win. Let's say you got a bunch of spies. What does a spy do? A spy is almost completely high priority target removal, with that being of backstabs of medics and heavies, and also with the sapping and destroying of engineer buildings, which are all high priority targets. So suddenly you have, again, a class that is secondary to the actual goal in mind, which is at some point, in TF2, you're either pushing a point. That point might be mobile in the case of a cart, or it might be stationary in case of control points, or defending a point. Notice that those classes don't do that. They're meant to take out things that are not the point. They're the secondary part that makes it difficult for the other team to focus on the primary task. You are a distraction. Distractions are nice. Actually murdering things is better. And that's the main goal. That's the main goal of TF2 is time. Do we have any questions from the peanut gallery? The only question we have so far is... Actually, I guess we have 2. We have Still Heroes Unlimited, Larry. No, that book is Powers Unlimited, which I guess is the same setting. Don't know why he's reading it. He said it was something for study, and the fact that I talked to, I don't know, what's this color, lavender? You're lavender, right, Larry? I'm sure that's lavender. It's definitely not periwinkle. And the other question is Australia? Again, not sure what else, that is that a question? Is that a statement? It's very difficult to know what Australia means. I've got nothing. Oh well. I think we'll leave it at that for now, since we don't seem to have any questions. So, we're going to get on to the part everyone gives a crap about, playing the game. That's what TF2sday is going to be all about. So I'm going to take a short break as I'm trying to find a server. And as usual, if you want to follow me in, follow me in. If you haven't friended me and you want to follow me in, again, Steam name is Agent space Splice space 005. We good? I think we are. Let's get to work. Oh, I really wish I could crack my knuckles like that. It would be so hardcore. In the meantime, enjoy the music.